Please be seated. Welcome. My name is Jennifer Callis, Vice President of Student Services at Salina Area Technical School. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and Board of Trustees, congratulations to the class of 2019. I would like an opportunity to introduce our guests today on the stage. Please take a moment to stand. First, our Board of Trustees, Mike McCall, President Nichols, Vice President of Instruction, Stephanie Johns-Hines, Vice President of Administrative Services, Jamie Polinsky. Our commencement speaker today, Eric Brown, who is the President and CEO of Salina Area Chamber Conference. Our special guest speaker, Colonel Matthew J. Oline, Chief of Staff from the Kansas Army National Guard. You may be seated. Okay. I would also like to introduce our faculty and staff that's on stage. Will you please stand? Please take a moment and to recognize our foundation donors located on the back of our program. Thank you, family and friends, for joining us today to celebrate your graduate in the class of 2019. I would like to take a couple of moments to share some information about our graduating class. Today, we are celebrating 120 students graduating. That includes 30 candidates for Associates of Applied Science degrees and 112 candidates for a technical certificate. The class of 2019 graduates range in age from 17 to 54 years old. 17 of our graduates are high school seniors, also graduating from high school this month. 2 of these students are graduating today with an associate's degree. We have 3 faculty members also graduating with us today with their associate's degree. We are celebrating a couple of firsts this year. We have our first class of practical nursing students graduating. Our first class of commercial truck driving students earning a technical certificate. And our first graduate through our STAC military partnership earning his AAS in Tech Studies. Over the last year, our students have worked really hard. I'm excited to announce that our students in the medical assisting program passed our registered medical assisting certification 100%. 100% of our high school students, or 100% of our students in the dental program passed their DAMB certification. And 100% of our electrical technology program passed their journeyman's examination. In April, students in several of our programs had the opportunity to shine and show off their skills at the Kansas Skills USA competition. In machine tool, and please stand, for CNC milling, third place, high school division, Ethan Nelson. And Precision Machining, third place, College Division, Kel Wilderman. For Computer-Aided Drafting, Architectural Drafting, third place, College Division, Mary Lewis. Diesel Equipment Technology, first place, High School Division, Ethan Osterman. First place, College Division, Seth Nelson. Third place, High School Division, Trip Goosen. Our dental assistant, first place, College Division, Emily Witchell. Second place, College Division, Janaye Cope. And third place, College Division, Ruth Soto. Once again, I would like to thank you for joining us today to celebrate the class of 2019. We are excited to watch you reach your dreams. Mr. Nichols, President Nichols.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I have the distinct pleasure to introduce our speaker for the 2019 graduation ceremony. Eric Brown received his undergraduate degree from Fort Hays State University and a master's in business administration from Kansas Wesleyan University. He also earned a workforce development professional certification from the National Association of Workforce Development Professionals and is a graduate of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce Institute for Organizational Management. He holds a PHR certification from the HR Certification Institute and an SHRM-CP credential from the Society for Human Resource Management. He was honored as the 2013 Human Resource Professional of the Year for the Salina Human Resource Management Association and was awarded the 2014 Carol D. Alvers, PhD, Distinguished MBA Alumnus Award from the Kansas Wesleyan University. Brown and his wife Danielle have 2 children and have lived here in Salina since 2006. Mr. Brown began his working with the Salina Area Chamber of Commerce in 2011. He held various progressive roles in the organization and was appointed Chief Executive Officer in May of 2019. Prior to that, he worked in economic development positions at Kansas State Polytechnic, the Arnold Group, and also was a trust officer for Bennington State Bank. He is described as being passionate about Salina and Saline County businesses and is well acquainted with leaders in Salina. Brown's experiences allow him to understand the business climate in our community and across Kansas. Please help me welcome our 2019 Salina Area Technical College commencement speaker, Mr. Eric Brown.
Good afternoon, everyone. There we go. Thank you. It is a pleasure to be here. Graduates, faculty, staff, parents, relatives, and all other random people that couldn't get out of the construction zone that's consuming downtown, welcome and good afternoon. Thank you for the warm welcome. The first thing I want to say today is congratulations to the Salina Area Technical College class of 2019. Well done. Taking this step in your education is a fantastic investment in your futures and in your communities. The second thing I want to say is thank you. Not only has President Nichols given me the honor of speaking, but also an intense week of fear and nausea after my reminder popped up on my calendar last Saturday. I can only assume that President Nichols meant to ask Eric Stonestreet, but his iPhone just auto-corrected to Eric Brown. So here I am. Being responsible to deliver a commencement address that is relevant, poignant, heartfelt, and inspiration had me quite nervous, to be honest. until I decided to think back on all the commencement speakers I had at my graduations. Suddenly that fear melted away when I realized that not only could I not remember who they were, I had no recollection about them at all, their message, their age, their gender. So, students, all I could really remember is that they wore black robes and funny hats. And beyond that, I couldn't remember anything. So take a moment to at least, look at me, look at my tie, focus on something like that, and maybe that message will sink in and you'll be able to remember that years from now. But it was truly a shock to be asked to speak at your graduation today. And in many ways, I'm jealous of you all as students. You're young, you made a decision on a career path, and then you pursued your education to have that opportunity in the career path of your choice. Hearing that there's high school students that are graduating with an associate's degree, that is amazing, and you're light years ahead of others your age that way. I wish I could go back in time and take the approach you have towards your career in education. When I was in high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do. Like President Nichols said, I intended Fort Hays State University. I ended up changing my major 6 times. And some of that had to do with extracurricular activities that weren't sanctioned by the school either. But I will tell you, I spent a lot of money getting across that finish line on my 5-year plan. So what you guys have done as students is amazing to me. Now, I do work for a Chamber of Commerce, and I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that no one ever intends to work for a Chamber of Commerce. It just kind of happens. Another big reason why I'm jealous of you today is because as a society where we are witnessing a paradigm shift away from the you must attend and complete a 4-year degree to have success model. Your focus, and the focus is really becoming more on the interests and abilities of you as students and as human beings. So I am incredibly happy to see that shift is happening and that Salina is taking hold of that. I'll give you an example. Since 1998, interest in career and technical education has grown steadily in the U.S. With a number of U.S. media mentions regarding career and technical education. And it's almost 100-fold percentage that's rise in the last 2 decades. It's really become part of America's educational story, and it's much more than a buzzword right now. With this heightened interest in career and technical education, what that means for you as graduates is there's a seismic growth in attention paid to skills training and to workforce preparedness by employers, and those of you that are curious and ambitious, you will really be able to climb the ladder of success at any employer that you choose to take your skill set to. You may be asking yourself, exactly why am I sitting here listening to this guy who just kind of woke up one day and started working for a chamber? Although I'm not a graduate of Salina Area Tech, my connection to this institution started in 2011 when I was hired to be the Workforce Development Director for the Chamber of Commerce. Workforce Development Director is a fancy way of saying quantity and quality of labor issues in Saline County. But I was charged with working with Salina Area Tech, the Continuing Education Department initially, on working on a manufacturing skills certificate. And at that time, the recession was still happening to a certain degree, and unemployment was very low. So we looked at that as a way to get folks off the sidelines, get some skills, and get into a job. Since that time, I've also assisted with the welding program expansion and the creation of the CDL program as well. So that was something I'm very passionate about workforce development. I'm very passionate about what Salina Tech has been able to do to align these students and your interests and your ability to walk out and have a job when you're done. On my first visit to the original welding shop, and many of you in this room probably can attest to this, I remember vividly that I thought it was a combination of the cleanliness of a coal mine and the prison-like comfort of solitary confinement. It was dark, dingy, and original to the 1960s. So why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because the high-quality education you receive is a direct result of the vision, leadership, and commitment and care that your faculty and staff see in your students and the community. I'm telling you this because Salina wouldn't be the community we are right now without Salina Tech and without students like yourself taking that next step and going into the workforce. With a placement rate as high as 98% and historically around 82% of students staying in the Saline County area, it really pays high dividends as a community to have this organization here in the community. And what you've learned at Salina Tech and you apply at your job will have a tremendous ripple effect across the community in various economic ways. You may not know that yet, but those are the types of things that we track. And what you've earned today will go a long way in helping you earn more money long term. I'm also telling you this because I want you to be proud of your education. I want you to be proud of where you went to school. Not many students in this nation, and definitely not in the state and region, can tout the following list when talking about where they went to college. Salina Area Tech has been named the number one for student success by the Kansas Board of Regents in the state of Kansas. The best two-year college in Kansas. They've been ranked in the top 10 of two-year colleges by the Aspen Institute for several years running, and also the 5th in the nation among two-year colleges for graduation rates. Those are fantastic numbers. But like I said in my introduction to Salina Tech was in 2011, and it wasn't on any of those lists that were mentioned at that point. I'm sure you're all tired of hearing how great the place is that you're graduating from, but I wanted to put it in the context of your career path. Soon you will have these bright, shiny, new pieces of paper that say you completed the necessary course curriculum and paid your tuition and hopefully any outstanding fees as well. Much like your life, your career will have peaks and valleys. But I'm imploring you, students today, to think of this as just the beginning of your new journey. That bright, shiny piece of paper is an important tool in your arsenal. It allows you a competitive advantage over those individuals your age and older that haven't chosen to seek that education. One of the biggest pieces of advice that I can share with you today is to view your work as a bigger picture and not get lost in your day-to-day lives. Our world, our nation, and definitely our community need each and every one of you to be curious and ambitious. I'm saying that I want you to want more, if that makes sense. And I don't mean greed, and I don't mean the latest Fortnite expansion pack or PUBG or whatever you guys are playing right now. Be curious. Understand and pay attention to the vision, the mission, and the culture of the business organization that employs you. And continue to seek ways to better yourself through training, through education, and by simply reading. Simply reading, there's a lot of material out there. And when I say that, Instagram, Snapchat captions, memes, they really do not count in this, what I'm talking about. There's also another statistic I want to share with you all today. Across the nation, on average, 10,000 baby boomers retire from the workforce on a daily basis. This generation, the millennial generation before you and Generation Z, you all are poised to fill that void, and specifically in regards to leadership positions. One of my favorite quotes is by Vince Lombardi. He said, "Leaders are made, they are not born. They are made by hard effort, which is the price which all of us must pay to achieve a goal that is worthwhile." So have goals. One of the main reasons I'm bringing this up today is because in my role, I have the unique opportunity to discuss all aspects of business across every single type of employer in our area. One of the gaps that consistently rises to the top, no matter if I'm talking to an employer that has 1,500 employees or a mom and pop shop with 5 employees, it's the fact that positions that require leadership skills and abilities related to leadership are very difficult to fill. As graduates, that knowledge is valuable to you because, much like I said earlier, the arc of your career is directly related to the amount of effort that you put in to your job. And believe me, your employer will be taking note. So again, think of this as your journey, and you are able to add tools as you climb that mountain. Regardless of what you do as a career, I encourage you to be present every day in both mind and spirit. Without looking too far forward, your graduation itself is an achievement worth celebrating. Congratulations again. Typically, commencement speeches include deeply profound advice like shoot for the moon and you'll land in the stars, or some other quote that you see your crazy aunt post on Facebook. I'm not going to waste your time with more empty cliches. Instead, I'm going to give you some practical advice that I wish someone would have told me when I was 17, 18, 19, 20, somewhere in there. In my opinion, the philosopher Adam Sandler said it best when he was playing Billy Madison: stay here. Stay here as long as you can. For the love of God, cherish it. Life comes at you fast, graduates. Second one is marriage. They say marriages are made in heaven, but so is thunder and lightning. Now, I realize that was one of these jokes I thought maybe I would take out, because looking around the room, I think a lot of these folks know my wife. So I'll add one in here I wasn't planning on. If you're going to be dumb, be tough. Physical fitness and health. I'm not the guy to probably tell you this, but take some time out of your day to be active. The older I get, the more I realize I should have been more consistent in going to the gym. Being in shape and being a shape are two vastly different things. This one's a little off the wall. Don't be upset when someone puts a cigarette out on your desk. That's very random. Early in my career, this really happened to me when I worked for a staffing agency. I didn't do my due diligence when placing someone into a job, and that they weren't qualified or ready for. But that really helped me own my mistakes and understand and put myself in another person's shoes in that situation. Find your passion and purpose sooner rather than later. And maybe for some of you, that's okay too. I'm 37. My passion and purpose, I believe, is in building community and helping business. I wish I would have kind of fell into this career path at an early age. Life can be a grind, but finding a passion, hobby, or cause to support will enrich your life. Martin Luther King said that not everyone can be famous, but everyone can be great, because greatness is determined by service. And I'll say that one more time. Not everybody can be famous, but everybody can be great, because greatness is determined by service. Everyone has their own set of goals and priorities when you're leaving college, whether it's raising a family, owning a lifted late model diesel pickup that rolls smoke, which I see a lot of those, traveling the country, spending the summer at the lake, maybe buying the next iPhone or the next lipstick that's marketed by a Kardashian. Having a career to support those needs and wants is vital, and your education is your base for that. However, my true and sincere call to action for each of you is to donate your time and talents and become more civically engaged in the community, whether it's Salina or if you're going back home or you're moving to another state. This could be as simple as researching candidates for elections and voting matters, or donating time to pick up trash at a spring spruce up, or even joining boards or committees across the community. Salina has over 140 civic and nonprofit organizations that need our help and that need the young folks to step up and join and add their voice to it. The strength of communities come from its citizens, and the more engaged citizens are in the community, the healthier the community and the services they provide will be. I've told you many foolish things today, most of which are true, but for me, the most important things are to live a life of high character and integrity, to mean what you say and say what you mean, to be hungry and humble, and also contribute in ways that will be more impactful than just yourself. Thank you again for the opportunity to speak to you all. And again, congratulations to the 2019 graduates.
Thank you so much, Eric, for coming in and sharing with us today. We appreciate your support of Salina Area Technical College deeply, and we also are very proud of being able to support our mission in supporting our students and the community. And we have so many things to celebrate today, many of the things Eric mentioned. We also have an expanding military partnership in the area that we're proud to celebrate today. Could I get all of our military-connected students and guests to stand? Thank you. One of the things that we deeply appreciate in our expanding military partnerships is a special partnership with the Kansas Army National Guard and the Kansas Regional Training Institute here in Salina. Please help me welcome our honored guest, Colonel Matthew J. Oline, Chief of Staff for the Kansas Army National Guard, who is here to recognize this special partnership.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, faculty, staff, and of course the graduates. A long time ago when I was a lieutenant, before I needed reading glasses, I was telling some people backstage that I had to brief a general. I don't recall what it was on, but I remember he told me, Oline, he said, I know you're new at this, but there's only 3 things you got to do. Be brief, be brilliant, be gone. Okay, sir. So I briefed him, and he dismissed me, and I was leaving the room, and I remember before I left the room, he said, Oline, by the way, you only got 2 out of 3. Now, I don't know which was the one I didn't get. I'm going to try and abide by that, by those 3 directives today, and I'll let you be the judge if I was brief, brilliant, and then gone. It's my honor and privilege today to talk just a little bit about a great partnership between Salina Tech and the Kansas Army National Guard. For those of you who just stood up who've been in the military, you know that education and schooling is sort of baked into the military culture. If you join the military, we're going to send you to school. It's just what we do. There's an up or out mentality in the Guard. The soldiers over here can tell me, if you want to go up, you got to go to school. If you don't go to school, you're going to go out. So we're real big on education, whether that's a 2-week tactical course or a 2 years master's degree program. One of the great things about the military is we will pay for you to go to school and do that. Along those lines, General Taffanelli started an initiative several years ago where he wanted to work with educational institutions in the state to see if some of that military training and schooling, if our soldiers and airmen could get college level credit for it. To its credit, Salina Tech was one of the first schools that stepped forward and said, we see the value in that, and we want to partner with you to make that happen. We've been working on this program now for a couple years, and it's an excellent program. And you all know that the military is big on acronyms, right? Well, when I tell you what the name of this program is, you'll understand why. It is the Synchronous Training and Academic Credit Program. So we call it STAC. That makes it a lot easier to say. Synchronous is one of them $12 words, right? So it helps move things along in a conversation. In essence, what this program does is it allows students at Salina Tech who are guardsmen to get college level credit for the military schooling, courses, and training that they've been to. It gives them a leg up. It helps them advance in their academic career and prepares them as they move onward, in their career. And whether that's as a civilian member of society or as a soldier, as a guardsman, it gives them a boost, and we're very proud of it. Salina Tech has really broken the ice on this program, and we appreciate it very much. And that brings me to the other reason I'm here today. Sergeant Marble, I believe you're down here front, I think in the blues. Just stand up, would you? All right. Sergeant Marble, I hate to embarrass you a little bit, but The good sergeant here is the first soldier student graduate of the program. He graduated with honors. He's paving the way for, I believe, 13 other soldier students that are going to follow behind him. And he's done a lot to prove that this idea between Salina Tech and the Kansas National Guard was a good one and was successful. So let's give Sergeant Marble and the program a round of applause. You know, the other thing, it was mentioned earlier, and also we've got some soldiers over here, and I'd be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to them. The Kansas Regional Training Institute is located right here in Salina. As I said earlier, the military is big on education, and the Regional Training Institute, or the RTI, that's our schoolhouse. That's our school for the Kansas Army National Guard. And we've got some great soldiers over here representing the RTI. They're the ones that have done the heavy lifting along with the faculty and staff and the students at Salina Tech to make this program successful. So if you see them later on today, give them a shake of the hand and tell them thank you for what they're doing to help better the soldiers and citizens of the great state of Kansas. Well, that wraps it up. Hopefully it's been brief enough for you. In the Kansas Army National Guard, we always say that we're Kansas proud. And I got to tell you, people like Sergeant Marble, the guys and gals at the RTI, the faculty and staff at Salina Tech, they all came together for a program that's going to make the state of Kansas better, and they're all reasons why I'm Kansas proud. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Colonel Oline. Graduates, please stand. Members of the Board of Trustees, on behalf of the faculty of Salina Area Technical College, I certify that these students have completed or will complete the requirements for an associate's degree or certificate and declare these students as candidates for graduation. The Registrar, Denise Hefner, will read the names of the candidates.
Please be seated. To our guests in the audience, you are welcome and encouraged to come forward toward the left-hand side of the stage, over that way, to take photos of your graduates as they cross the stage. Once your graduate has exited the stage, please return to your seat to allow other friends and family to take photos of their graduates. Also, please feel free to clap after I have read the name of your graduate. However, please also be mindful that everyone else would like to hear the names of their graduates read as well. Therefore, we ask that you kindly keep your applause short and at a respectable level. Associate of Applied Science degrees. Auto Collision Repair, Brian Adam Hitchens. Dante N. Lesage. Zechariah Rose. Business Administrative Technology, Terry Dickinson. Jaime Navarro. Carrie Rizabek. Rhonda Lee S. Winship. Computer-aided drafting, Mary L. Lewis. Liberty Ann Muir. Construction Technology, Dellen P. Reed. Dental Assistant, Catherine Elise Benton. Ashley Depperschmidt. Janaina C. Cope. Diesel Technology, Eric Devin P. Adelig. Jacob T. Crane. Byron E. Flippo. Matthew P. Hansen. Michael Lynn. Seth R. Nelson. Kevin M. Pope. Tanner J. Wagner. Jared W. Walsh. Electrical Technology, Britton Prater. Clifford N. Rollins. Stephen Wigand. Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning, Chase M. Kraus. Machine Tool Technology, G. DeLoss Doolahary. Technical Studies, Tracy Ray Marble. Technical Certificates, Auto Collision Repair, Corey S. Horosco. Evan A. Huff. Jose M. Johnson Pagan. Tell Emerson Phelps. Automotive Technology, Andres Arias. Elijah S. Deckert. Whitney M. England. Alec J. Jeske. Business Administrative Technology, Sydney Bird. Nora Cutler. Gabriel Guillen. John Hernandez. Melissa Hawker. Jenny C. Reyes. Commercial truck driving, Arthur Ray Valencia. Computer-aided drafting, Samuel Long. Diego Nava. Tyler Schultz. Construction Technology, Darren M. Ammon. Dustin E. Davis. Skylar D. DeLiesel. Jacob Stanley. Dental Assistant, Ruth R. Soto. Emily Welchel. Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning, Aldrich D. Abbott. Erwin Calleros. Joel D. Depperschmidt. Timothy M. McGahey. Machine Tool Technology, Richard D. Allen. Keir Holdsworth. Cale Wilderman. Medical Assistant, Keisha Code. Ariel Fluke. Mika Heiselman. Practical Nursing, Erica Nicole Adams. Mallory A. Breeden. Courtney Tyler Briggs. Dalen Allen Chapman. Gabrielle C. Cooper. Diana Celeste Cruz. Kayla Evans. Daisy Guillen Garcia. Carrie Harpster. Calissa Hoover. Rhonda Howell. Casey May Isaacson. Tiara Rain Lundgren. Mackenzie Mallory. Alondra Martin Escobedo. Amber Lynn Martinez. Kasha Marie Miller. Kenya Mills. Ashlyn Taylor Morris. Clarissa Navarro. Sarah Elizabeth Starr. Sydney Renee Taylor. Catherine Venable. Ricky Voth. Jennifer A. Wallace. Alexa Zeller. Welding Technology, Joshua Brandt. Dimitri K. Delmar. Brandon W. Edwards. Madison Kincannon. Seth A. Gonzalez. Angel Gonzalez. Denton L. Jacobson. Chance Koronek. Taylor Long. Caden McWhorter. Clayton Lee Olette. Cole Roberts. Ethan Douglas Schlachter. Brandon Spellman. Garrett Studebaker. Ethan R. Wampler. Jason Wooderson. President Nichols will now address the candidates for graduation.
All right. To the class of 2019, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I am pleased to announce that upon the recommendation of the faculty and after successful completion of all required courses, you will be considered graduates of Salina Area Technical College. Students, please stand. As a symbol of your graduation, please take your tassel and move it from the right side to the left side. Audience, give these graduates a round of applause. Graduates, we wish you well in your future as you apply what you have learned at Salina Area Technical College to the rest of your life. Graduates and guests, there will be a reception with cookies and punch in the Watson Room. You're all invited to attend this reception, take some pictures, and congratulate each other. Graduates, please stand during the recessional. Audience members, please be seated until the graduates have all exited.